years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit the doctor, you present your arm to draw blood. It's the same with our whales.
Today, you'll see the whales moving together in unison. These synchronized behaviors strengthen social bonds and enable the whales to problem solve as a group. Working together as a team is what makes the killer whale the ocean's top predator. Scientifically, they're known as Orca, but more commonly referred to as killer whales. And here at SeaWorld, we know them as Katina, Nalani, Malia, Trua, and Makayo, our killer whale family. Makayo is our youngest whale at 14 years old, and his mother is Katina, who is the matriarch or the leader of our pod here. SeaWorld's animal training techniques creates a language between us and the whales. It's a language of learning through positive reinforcement, encouragement, commitment, and care. Through these techniques and our relationships, the whales learn to trust us, and they even learn to take an active role in their own health and well-being. Now, one of the very first husbandry or healthcare behaviors we'll train is a position in which we would ask for a voluntary blood sample. Makayo rolls over ventrally or upside down, and he's presenting us with his tail flips. Not only does this give us a great view of Makayo's entire body, but it also gives us access to blood vessels, which can be easily seen on the white undersides of these tail flips. Our veterinarians will collect a blood sample at least once a month, and the whales are trained to remain calm and relaxed throughout the entire procedure. Now, as trainers, we're very frequently rubbing down or massaging the whales, whether it's on their backs, their bellies, their pectoral flippers, or even those tail flukes. The whales have very sensitive skin, and this is just one of the ways we can reward the whale for remaining calm. And it's also a really great way for us as trainers to strengthen our relationships with the whales. But blood samples are just one way we can ensure that our whales are staying healthy. Another important diagnostic is weighing our whales. Now, we're able to weigh a killer whale by asking them to slide their bodies onto a giant killer whale-sized scale we have located in an adjacent environment. Now, when the whale slides up, you're going to notice a portion of his body from his dorsal fin down to his tail flips remains in the water. This is called the peduncle. It's the powerhouse of the killer whale, very muscular and very heavy. In fact, natural athletic behavior we see in all killer whales is the ability to lift that part of their tail with such force that they can completely turn before re-entering the water. So in order to get an accurate weight, we simply ask him to lift his tail up and out of the water. Training this posture enables us to ensure accuracy, so we know that our younger whales are growing properly and that the older whales are maintaining a healthy weight.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt, and for the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales, and for us.
So we just learned that killer whales love to play. They actually learn a lot by playing, and they can learn through mimicry and observational learning. From a very young age, killer whales learn important life skills by playing games like follow the leader with their mothers and other whales. And today we're going to put that to the test with our killer whale family and all of you. Are you guys ready to have some fun? Awesome. All right, Adam and Kyle, I think they're ready. So everybody on the left side, stand up, stay right where you are. We're going to play a giant killer whale-sized game with follow the leader. You guys are the leaders, and Makayo is going to watch you, okay? So everybody put your hands at your side, and when I say go, we're going to spin around in a circle 2 times. Ready, set, spin. And he's got it! Awesome job, Makayo! Now, as you can see, you guys can go ahead and have a seat. As you can see, Makayo was paying very close attention. Killer whales are very curious animals, and they can often be seen sky hopping or even jumping completely out of the water to get a better look around. Makayo's going to demonstrate that with a behavior called a bow on stage. When you see him, give him a big cheer. All right, everybody on the right side of the stadium, it's your turn. Go ahead and stand on up. We got an even bigger jump planned. It's called a side reach. You're going to take 2 hands out like this and throw them on over your left shoulder when I say go. Ready, Justin? All right, ready, identification. We know that killer whales are powerful animals, and perhaps the best expression of that power can be seen when they hunt.
Killer whales stand apart. They have no natural predators, and just about any other ocean animal can be their dinner. Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off the coast of South America, killer whales will beach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They'll also create waves that knock animals like penguins or seals from ice cliffs. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale tips it and feeds, while the other whales keep the fish together with spikes of their tail fins.
So killer whales create waves when they hunt, and they use their powerful tail flips to stun their prey. You're about to see a demonstration. For our killer whales, it's a high-energy exercise session. But for all of you, it means it's time to get wet! In the wild, killer whale diets depend on the time of year and where they live. Unfortunately, things like overfishing, pollution, and other factors are having serious impacts on some killer whale populations.
Killer whales are impressive animals, and it's pretty obvious why they're the top predator in the ocean. That means killer whales are invincible, right?
Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean.
Their future depends on you. And your actions. For the choices we all make. We hold the future of killer whales and the oceans in our hands.
Killer whales continue to surprise and innovate. They're the perfect ambassadors to
give up. Be inspired.
The ocean needs our help, and that seems overwhelming. But together, we can make it happen.
There's so much to learn.
So much to protect.
So much to explore.
The killer whale story is still being written, and there are simple things we all can do to make a difference.
All it takes is one choice.
One positive act. One ripple that can grow and grow.
And change the world.
Together, we've got this.
Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoyed Orca Encounter. Thank you for joining us and have an amazing day right here at SeaWorld. Goodbye, everyone.
Follow SeaWorld on Facebook and Instagram. Keep track of our latest rescues.